See, some people will free all their sons, and some people will lock their sons up, child. Some people would take pleasure in knowing that they hold power to keep young or old black men who have committed to changing their lives for the better. And, you know, for whatever reason, some people would delight in locking up their sons. The first woman mentioned on that Girls, Girls, Girls song was what? Wasn't the black woman. And when the black woman was mentioned, we're told she doesn't know how to act. Now, all these years later, we still have a mommy on his side, allegedly saying the N word with a hard R. You know what I mean? And when I'm on Station Head and I see my ops on here, it makes me feel happy because it's making me know that they're getting so fucking mad. Like that you made a Station Head page to say one comment and then to get blocked. Um, but hey, yeah, I love it. I love knowing that you're mad, sad, ugly. So, so class, let's dig a little deeper pause in here. So you see, Nas never ever won a Grammy until after certain things happened, maybe just a few years ago. And he performed with Little Nas X at the Grammys, and then the next year he won his Grammy. You see, it seems the Jigga Man always has to make sure he sons niggas in his own way. But really, the insecurities of Jigga Man are still screaming loudly because whereas he defines himself by these awards, exactly, the jig is up. So I wonder too, isn't it funny, interesting? Little Wayne was at the height of, everything. And he went to jail in New York. Now, it always seemed very fishy to me. But I'll get back to that next time. But it's interesting. Do y'all remember when Little Wayne went on the radio saying he the best rapper alive and he better than JayZ? And everybody was like, "What the fuck? Little Wayne is on New York radio saying he better than Jay." It's interesting. Like a lot of people end up having run-ins with the law that shouldn't have turned into a big issue, yet they do. Right? Doesn't it seem as though that keeps happening to people who don't bow down and kiss the ring, so to speak, allegedly? one person has actually gone through it two different times with two different men, um, where their significant others all of a sudden in this big sort of legal situation, and it's weird. It's interesting. Why y'all keep on telling me about SZA? Babe, we've been past that for 24 hours. I know y'all are just, y'all don't want to hear what I'm saying, so y'all gotta figure it out quick. Y'all don't want me to speak about certain things, right? So, yes, on my tippies, I know these are bots. Um, somebody, Slumpy, shut up. Trying to get somebody mad. Nah, nigga, we ain't caring about that. Now you blocked, dummy. But, but let's get back to Nas and what he was saying. And who saw my last tweets? You know, you see how they got all of these distractions planned for today and tomorrow, which are interesting dates. This entire week, we don't know if Deseret has taken her deposition yet. We don't know what's going on with Ramir's, whatever his last name is. I believe Satterthwaite, Ramir. But we do know that, and we did know that this week was going to be heavily botted and promoted to have female beefs so that Ramir and Demarie are not brought to the light. We did know that. So are we surprised that all of the tactics and distractions this week? Like, imagine being so fucking out of touch. Oh, by the way, y'all, we have actual recordings of how every single time, even when I like the music, how the like comes off, just like on Twitter, how our likes come off, how our likes disappear. Neither here nor there. However, however, we know they always gotta send out their pawns to talk about stuff that they think Nicki or the Barbs care about. They weren't planning on the fact that every single fucking thing they've done has backfired in their fucking faces. So they want to promote heavily every other female, and they want that to be in the headlines as if there is beef between females. No one's stupid anymore. Okay? And actually, I'm going to play a few more songs just because I know I got y'all so pressed. I'm going to play some more songs. And you know what I was thinking? Spending money and time and effort to sign people who you thought I was going to try to sign and then be begging for $40 million allegedly. Like, do you under fucking stand how God just do not play about, man? Spent all that money to be spiteful, allegedly. and then was sitting there begging, allegedly. Now we're waiting to find out about your deposition, Desiree Perez. Okay. Now we're waiting to find out on the updates about Rymere. You see, isn't it funny to poke and prod at another black man that you're jealous of, just like so many other men that have come out and said you were jealous of them? Like, in other words, like from Nas to DMX. These are people that were saying this shit for years. How you move, how you so like obsessed with niggas and be trying to do shady ass, weird ass shit to niggas. You know, it doesn't matter how many times you post somebody else's name in here, the more you do it. And see, this is another thing you spending bots on now, y'all. Allegedly, station head, you should really be like looking into bots, station head. And remember when we found out who owns station head, y'all? Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Wait, with your hand out for my money. Wait, y'all some envious snakes. With your hand out for my money, how much more can I take? Remember DMX said when he was at the height of his career, ready to drop his album, what a particular snake did to him? Interesting. You traded your soul for riches. You